Happy Tuesday! It is Target Tuesday, and today we're talking about, are you or do you have clear targets that you want to achieve? So that's my question for you as you're tuning on here live. Do you have clear targets you want to achieve? If you do, say yes, I do. If you don't, say I don't. It's all good. So it's Tuesday, January 31st. Last day of January, guys. So I'm here on the East Coast, about 10:15 Eastern Standard Time, which is about, I would say 7:15 Pacific Time. Hey, Annie, welcome. Great to see you. Hey, Ishita, we miss you, Ishita. Miss you, girl. Miss seeing you. So as you're hopping on here live, I know it's late here on the East Coast. As you're hopping on here live, say hello, give yourself some hearts, and when you catch the replay, comment with hashtag encore or hashtag replay, and let me know that you caught the replay. All right. So again, do you have clear targets that you want to achieve? Hey, Lisa, great to see you. Love seeing you, Lisa. Do you have clear targets? And if you don't, I want to support you with some ideas on how you can create some clear targets for yourself so that, wherever you're at, like going into next month, which is like in a few short hours, you can create some targets for yourself. Hey, thank you, Lisa. Thank you, beautiful. So, who are my competitive peeps? If you are competitive, say I am competitive, because I'm very, very competitive in a way where I like to compete, me against me, you against you. I'm not competing against other people. I'm not comparing myself against other people. I'm focusing on being the best version of myself day in, day out. And that gets to be a focus of yours as well. You want to compete against yourself. You want to be better tomorrow than you are today. You want to be better next moment than you are in this moment. If you agree with me, say yes, 100%. Comment with 100% and let me know that you're with me. All right. So if you're competitive, say competitive. When you catch the replay, make sure you comment and you say you're competitive, because I want to see who are my competitive peeps. Okay. So, I just want to share real quick, yeah, I know you are very competitive, Lisa. I know that for sure. I know that for a fact. I love it. I love my Geminis, by the way. So I was in the Grant Cardone Challenge this past week. Today was a bonus day, and I'm sharing it for a very specific reason, because what inspired me to speak about targets today was listening to Grant Cardone. Shanda was also on. Shanda's my business coach, by the way. She was on the challenge today, and they were talking about targets. And I love looking at how successful people speak about targets and how clear they are about targets and how clear they are about hitting them. And so my intention for you guys as you're tuning on here live is to offer you clarity on where you want to go so that you actually focus on achieving it. If that excites you, say yes, that excites me, and give yourself some hearts here, or maybe put some fireballs here, because let's bring the fire right here while we're present right here. All right. And I'm going to keep this really, really quick and give you some ideas on how you can get clear. All right. So, this is what inspired me, was being in Grant Cardone's challenge, and he talked about targets and the power of intention and all that stuff. So examples of targets. I'm going to give you examples from different spaces that I lead. Okay. So for example, and I see many people from the gym, the CKO, love my CKO family, and I belong to multiple communities. So targets for your goals, right? So for example, how many days a week are you going to go to the gym? So for all my CKO peeps, it's how many days consistently you're committed to going to train, right? And we do, for those of you who are not familiar with CKO, it's cardio kickboxing. So it's pretty intense. So it's high intensity interval training. And most of our classes are about an hour. I teach 2 1-hour classes twice a week, etc. So, and it's intense. So how many days a week are you committed? And the name of the game here is consistency. And in my experience, people who are the most consistent are the ones, especially when you're the most consistent with achieving your targets or being on track with your targets, that's when you're actually going to create the results, from my experience. Okay. So how many days, again, going back to examples of targets, how many days a week could you plan on going to the gym? Whatever that workout is, whether it's a cardio workout, maybe it's a strength workout, etc. Also, on the other side of the health and wellness space is how many races. If you want to stretch yourself and maybe do something outside of your comfort zone, maybe run a 5K, maybe run a 10K, maybe do a half marathon distance, or maybe even do, thank you, Lisa, I appreciate you. I acknowledge you. Thank you so much. Or maybe even do something like a Spartan. I've done multiple Spartans last year. Last year was my first year to achieve trifecta. Trifecta means, guys, my goal for this, my target, I'm going to share with you my target. My target for 2023 is to do another trifecta. What that entails, I'm just going to give you a sense. What that entails is 3 distinct races. One is 5K with obstacles, one is 10K with obstacles, one is a half marathon with obstacles. I did all 3 of those last year, actually. I did actually a little bit more than that, right? That's a target. So you get to be really clear on what your target is. Like, what are you targeting, right? So if one of your visions and one of your goals is to do a Spartan, check in with me, connect with me. I have a lot of experience in that. I've coached people in that. I've led a team in that. So if you're inspired and you want to connect with me on that, let's connect. Send me a private DM, or even just say Spartan. Comment Spartan here in the chat and let me know. Or send me a DM and I will connect with you and I'll hook you up. All right. So that's another target. So what's a target? And you want to schedule, by the way. So don't be like, I want to run a 5K this year. Pick a date. Pick one, right? Go look at where it is. Pick one. Make it commit. Make it happen. The other key to creating results is commitment, by the way. So consistency is one. For you to hit your targets, number 1 is consistency. Well, actually, number 1 is commitment, really. And number 2 is consistency. So you want to be committed to you hitting your targets, and you actually want to be consistent in hitting your targets. Hey, Anita, great to see you. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning, Anita. Okay, so then now if we're talking from a business perspective, because now I'm sharing a little bit about if you are on the health side of stuff, right? But if you're on the business side of stuff, it's, if we're looking at business, how many enrollment calls are you committed to creating a day? So look at targets. It could be daily targets, weekly targets, monthly targets, quarterly targets. You get to choose. In my experience, especially if you're new in terms of building that muscle with targets, track daily. Track daily because it's going to give you a sense on where you are and where you can adjust, right? But if you wait a month and the month goes by and it's like, oh, the month went by, you lost time, right? You lost time, you lost productivity, and you didn't really create the result that you wanted. So my advice for you is, if you're new to creating targets, set daily intentional targets, right? Set them in a way that they feel they're stretching attainable. What I mean by that is they're outside of your comfort zone and attainable. Not like, I'm going to do 100 calls today. If you can do it, right? I mean, that's cool. You can reach out to 100 contacts in a day. That is possible. I've done it myself, right? So that is possible. So don't say something you can't follow through and commit on, okay? So that's from the business side. So how many enrollment calls, how many clients perhaps you're committed to enrolling, maybe revenue targets, maybe you have a revenue target that you want to create, maybe weekly revenue, daily revenue, monthly revenue for those who are in business, by the way. So if you're not in business and you work in a job, that's cool. Although I will say, if you are working in a job right now, it is important for you to consider or reconsider your job, because as many of you know, the economy is shifting and there's a lot of layoffs. Companies are laying people off. It would be smart for you to create a side hustle. Okay. I'm going to be really honest. So it would be really super smart of you to think of how can you generate multiple streams of income so you're not limited to one source of income. I did that years ago when I was in corporate. I diversified my revenue stream, right? So I'm not focused on one revenue stream. I have multiple revenue streams. Why? Because you can always go and expand. You're not limited to one. So if you have a job, I encourage you to hustle and create a side hustle, right? If you're not sure what that would look like, connect with me and maybe I can give you some ideas on a side hustle. I have a side hustle in the health and wellness space that if it interests you, we can talk more about it. If it is a fit, then we can talk more about it, okay? So that's that, all right? So these are targets. I'm giving you ideas and examples of targets. If you want to share with me examples of your targets, comment below. Share with me some examples of your targets. Would love to hear what they are, okay? Because I think it'll be really important for other people to see other people's targets. So we're all learning from each other, growing with each other, etc. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I'll be back here tomorrow live for Warrior Wednesday. Today is Target Tuesday. I just did something new today because I felt called to do it. So I hope this was valuable to you. Share what your biggest takeaway was here in the comment. Share what is the target that you're committed to creating in February. Share with me what is the target you're committed to creating in February, whether it's a health target, business target, maybe it is a life target, whatever that looks like. Would love for you to comment below and share. Make sure you share this with other people that you feel will be valuable to them as well. And I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know it's late here on the East Coast. I appreciate you guys so much. And I'll catch you mañana. For those of you who are coming to my 9:30 class tomorrow morning, I look forward to seeing your beautiful faces in the morning. All right. Bye. Cheers.